Good day, OA. My name is Lionel Garcia, and I am your Vice President of Sales and Agent Development. And today is Motivation Monday. I am thrilled to be here with all of you, and I'm actually back from vacation, technically still on vacation, but I want to deliver for you our Motivation Monday. So I know we have some of you watching live, so let's hear it. What are your W's, your wins of the week? Would love to know, what are your wins, be it personal, be it professional. I know yesterday was Father's Day. I didn't get to see my dad, but I did get a chance to call him. And I did get to have a lot of love from my kids, Grace and Grant. It was a surprisingly loving day for for the three of us. I enjoyed it. My wife Christy also showered me with a lot of love and attention. So I'd love to know, what were your wins? And if you're not live, I see a heart. Yes, that's great. So I know there's a few of you. Let us know, what were your wins of the week? What do you want to celebrate? What can we celebrate with you? All right, so while we wait a few of those to come in, I'm going to go ahead and jump into our topic this week is personal branding. And I know that this is so much, but personal branding matters now more than ever, especially in the travel industry, because in a world full of choices, people are not buying just travel packages. They're buying from you. They're buying from you. They're not buying from companies. They're buying from people. They want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And that's how personal branding is how you're going to separate yourself from bloggers, from influencers, from online travel agencies, from the dreaded Costco. Because here's what's crucial today: trust is the main currency. Travelers want to book from someone they trust. Differentiation is super important. Your brand will help you stand out of the crowded field. Also, word of mouth is super powerful, and this is in a strong brand can turn these mouths and these clients into advocates. And then lastly, you also want to be a social media magnet. People want to follow you. They don't want to follow companies. So you want to make sure that you're doing this. So what I want to share with all of you today is 5 things that actionable steps that you can take to define what is your personal branding. And before we jump in, we did get a comment. Let's see. 100% agree. Clients buy us. Yes, Karen, you are correct. Clients are buying you. I agree 1,000,000%. And so that is why we want to talk about personal branding and how important that is. So first off, you want to define your brand identity. So what are your values, right? What is your niche? Are you luxury, adventure? Are you family? Are you for solos? Or more importantly, what do you want to be known for, right? I have many stories that I can tell you from my time as a BDM where agencies were focused on Vegas and selling Vegas. And then when Vegas became less popular and cruising started growing in popularity, their business kind of dropped because no one came to them for cruise because they were the Vegas specialists. So what are your values? What is your niche? What do you want to be known for? So I think that's super important in defining that brand identity. Then you want to craft your story. What's your why? Why are you doing this? Why do you get into travel? Do you have a testimony, a personal experience, something that can connect emotionally with that buyer, with that shopper, with that potential client? What's your why? Best place to put your why is on your webpage under the About Us section. What is your why? Why is someone looking to purchase with you? What's your story? Next, you want to be consistent across all platforms. So that same story, that same tone of voice, that messaging needs to carry on through, not only on your website, on your Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, your email, the way you communicate on the phone, how you answer the phone. At all times, you want to connect with your client and be consistent across all platforms. We did get another comment come in here. Jim, I'm glad you like this topic. You're very welcome. I think this is a lot of things that you might already know and that maybe you've put into practice, Jim, which is fantastic, but it doesn't hurt to hear it again. That's for sure. All right. So being consistent across all your platforms, super helpful. Listen, if you want to be funny and witty, be funny and witty. If you want to be professional across the board, right? And think about, again, who you're targeting, why you're targeting them. What is your driving force? Number 4, this is a super important one. And I love this one. And I think this is one that maybe connects me to a lot of you is show up authentically. Many of you have always told me, like, one of the things you like about me is that I'm real. And so be real. The same way that I can be real with you, you need to be real with your clients. So you know what? Don't just post deals. Post things about you. Post your stories, your interactions with the different suppliers, your interactions with the different travel experiences. Maybe get a behind the scenes look. Maybe share stories of how you're packing for that trip that you're going. Or maybe behind the scenes look of how you prepare for a group that's about to depart and how you get all their docs all lined up and set them up nice and pretty so you can send them all off ready for their trip. How about some travel tips or share client stories and even bloopers? Don't be afraid to mess up. That's what makes you you. I just watched yesterday a video online that said that the entire video was made by AI. So it was super polished and it was perfect. And guess what? People will start finding out what's real and what's not. And you want to make sure that you stay real. So don't be afraid to mess up. It makes the video, it makes the content, it makes the share real and authentic. Here we have a few more comments that came out. Received a public shout out at karaoke over the weekend. Amy, this is awesome. You must have been watching this a little bit after we started, but I love this W. Yes, a public shout out at karaoke over the weekend. I love that. And Mr. Kirk Anthony, thanks for the support here. Outstanding. All right. So number 5 actionable step is you want to engage and add value. So answer the questions. Here's the thing. When you post, if someone hits like, what are you doing with that like? Are you commenting on their like? Are you asking them what is it that they liked about it? Are you sending them a message, introducing yourself to them? What are you doing? Are you answering their questions? So I know many of you ask me questions here, post comments here, and I respond. What are you doing? Are you doing the same? So are you positioning yourself as a helpful expert and not just a seller? This is so important because guess what? People buy from people, as many of you have already commented earlier, as I mentioned earlier. So be the expert that you are. How many trainings do you sit in? How many experiences are you having? How many times fans are you on? You are the expert in this industry, and everyone that knows you is jealous of you. They have FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. So go ahead and position yourself, and don't forget to position yourself as that expert and not just a seller. And then here's an extra. I know I told you I had 5, but I got a pro tip for you. Your personal brand is your passport to long-term success. When people feel like they know you, they'll trust you and plan their dream trip. All right, so let's see. We have a few more comments in here. Michelle, great. Yes, be yourself. That's so important. And Terry, I get it. You're just here. You'll get to watch it again. No problem. But welcome on. And Michael, yes, you're welcome. That's what we're doing this for, is just to kind of give you great feedback and good stuff to know. And as in true form, we're going to finish with a quote of the day. This is from Dan Schaubel. And Dan is a serial entrepreneur, if you will. That's what he loves to do, is open up companies. He's a marketer. But here is his quote: "The only brand that you can sustain is the one that is authentic to you." And I think that makes perfect sense in today, a world of everyone pretending. What are you pretending to be? The best thing you could do is be you, be authentically you, and support the brand that is you. And with all of that, I want to say thank you so much for attending this week's Motivation Monday. My name is Lionel Garcia, and I will see you again next week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.